Hello everybody, it's me Heather, and today I have an unboxing slash review for you guys. So Influenster sent me their Yves Saint Laurent box or YSL box. What's in the box? If you're not familiar with Influenster, Influenster is an online community where you can review products, and depending on how active you are in the community, sometimes they send you free items to review. The only thing you're obligated to do is disclose that you got this item for review and take a survey after they sent it to you. So totally free. Not everybody will qualify for what they call a VoxBox, but if you're active on the community, you're probably going to end up getting something at one point or other. So what did they send me? They sent me 2 items. I've already used these. I've already tested them out. I've already formed my opinions. So you open the box. They got the little info card on here with the beautiful models. They sent me a deluxe size item. This is the Touche Eclat Blur Primer. A full size is 1 ounce or 30 milliliters. I got a 10 milliliter size, so a deluxe size, or 0.33 fluid ounces. So this is the Blur Primer, and this is what that looks like. But we'll talk about this more in a moment. The other item that they sent me is a full size, and this is the Touche Eclat Blur Perfector. Comes in a nice standard gold box, which is typical for YSL products. And the actual product itself, the Blur Perfector, this beautiful compact with gold and baby pink detailing. And let's get right into the review. I was super excited to get these, to be honest. I honestly had seen these online at Sephora.com, and I had been contemplating getting at least one of them. I was actually leaning more towards this one because it just sounded so lovely. I'm a huge fan of primers. Every time I wear makeup, I wear a primer of some sort, whether it's drugstore, middle tier, or high end. I always wear primer with my foundation. I'm a huge believer in primers. So the full size Touche Eclat Blur Primer retails for $52. It is a silicone-based primer. I do not like the packaging on this at all. It looks pretty in person because when you can see like the little gold specks in the primer, that looks really pretty, right? But when it comes down to it, I think it should have been a pump or even possibly a squeeze tube. I just do not like the whole paddle shovel applicator that you have to apply it that way. You can apply it directly to your face, or the way I do it, I usually do it on the back of my hand. I want to make sure I wash my hands before I touch this. To me, this is just going to get so contaminated and gross before you're even halfway through the product. Because if you're if you're doing your makeup, hopefully you wash your hands beforehand, but even if you do, I just don't like having to go in that way to put on the primer. Now the actual primer itself, it's silicone based, and I don't know if you can really see much of a difference on the back of my hand there. It's silicone based. I am a fan of silicone primers. Once you apply this to your skin, you really don't see the shimmer or the sparkle. You don't see the gold particles that are in the bottle. They don't translate on your skin. But really, when it boils down to it, I'm just not blown away by this product at all. I don't know if I'm just so turned off by the packaging. Actually, no, it's not. It's not just that. It's not that it's bad. It's a silicone primer, but it's a very lightweight one. So it has a very powdery feel to it, as most silicone primers do. It's just, I don't think they've done anything special enough for this to warrant a $52 price tag for a full size. I'm sorry, I just don't see it. I just don't see it. It's, like I said, it feels like any other silicone primer. This one's actually a little, like I said, this one's actually a tiny touch more lightweight, so it's good in that aspect, because some silicone primers or silicone-based primers can feel very heavy, and they can ball up on your skin sometimes, so that's not a problem with this one. This one your skin seems to absorb it very quickly, and it kind of feels like it almost disappears. I'm just not really impressed by this. If you're a sucker for packaging and you really want to splurge and you like silicone-based primers, especially ones that are more on the lightweight side, go for it. I didn't notice a scent on this. It has a very light, super light, subtle, clean scent to it. But yeah, just did not blow my mind. The next item, the YSL Touche Eclat Blur Perfector. Could not wait to try this. I do not like it. I do not like it. First off, let's talk about the packaging. Packaging is gorgeous, definitely. Like, as I said before, gold detailing, you know, with pink, baby pink. It even comes with a nice little dust cover, which is cool. So if you're keeping it in your purse, you don't have to worry about it, like, if it gets jumbled around, you don't have to worry about it, like, popping open and the product getting all over the place. So you got a nice little dust cover. And it came with a little poof. And I was like, okay, that's good. And somehow I managed to get lipstick on mine. Anyways, comes a little poof. Mine's a little dirty. I've been using it. So I thought, okay, that's perfect, actually. So I open it up, and I still have the dust cover on my mirror. I open it up to put the little poof in there. It won't close. So it's too thick to close. I don't know about you guys, but if you're going to be carrying this around for touch-ups throughout the day, and I'm sorry, I'll get more to about how you use it, but now I'm talking about packaging. So if you're going to be carrying this around in your purse, back pocket, whatever, for touch-ups throughout the day, when you open this up, most likely you're going to want to have some kind of makeup sponge that you're able to use. But the makeup sponge, you can't keep it in here. So I'm kind of like, okay, well, I guess you could keep it in the dust cover, but that's kind of gross, right? Because, okay, I've already used it. So if you've already used it, it actually does have an extra little thing here for you to, whoops, I guess, to keep the little sponge right there. But if it's been used, do you know what you see what I'm saying? So you're going to have makeup, sweat, dirt, oil, the product itself on the sponge, and you're going to just shove it in here. Both of these products, to me, are just packaging fail. As beautiful as they are, I just think the overall packaging design is so inconvenient and gross. It just contaminates the product in the long run. Okay, so how are you supposed to use this? This is kind of like Mali's Skin Defender. There's a couple of drugstore versions, one from CoverGirl, one from Revlon. They're basically just a solid silicone type product. So, and what you do is whenever you start building up oil throughout the day, getting a little bit of shine, you take your little sponge, or you can just see, because this is actually a puff. This isn't like, a lot of times these type of products you'll use, you know, the non-silicone type makeup sponge, whereas this is an actual poof. This is a fabric puff. So you can't swirl it around because the texture of the puff just grabs the product and won't move around. So you can only really slide it down to put product on there. But I don't feel like it does a very good job of actually picking up the product. But anyways, as you get oily throughout the day, you just blot that wherever you need it. You can also use this as a primer, and you can, I don't know how well that's reading on camera, but it just picked up a bunch of my makeup. Anyways, I probably look like a mess now. But I do it for you guys so you can see what's going on. Sorry, I'm sorry this is such a negative review. This is $55. I'm grateful that it was sent to me for review and I didn't have to take $55 out of my pocket to buy this, to review it, only to have a negative review, because that's always disappointing. But just even the type of puff that they included with this. I don't feel like it doesn't do a good job of picking up the product and redistributing it to your face. And if anything, it actually sucked makeup off of my face onto the puff. So just that's a packaging fail right there. They didn't use a compatible applicator for the product. So as I was saying, you can use this as a primer on its own before you apply makeup, and you can use it throughout the day to just touch up anywhere where you get oily or shiny. The silicone will instantly like absorb the oil and mattify your skin, but it's not really able to do that with this type of applicator. So that's just my opinion on these. I find them both highly overpriced, mediocre products that are gorgeous. That's just the way I feel about it. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions on these. Am I being a little too harsh on these products? Am I using them wrong? I make mistakes. I don't always use stuff correctly. Maybe my technique needs some work. Let me know. So I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on what you guys think about the Blur Primer and the Blur Perfector. And what do you guys think about the overall packaging? It's gorgeous, but is it functional? I don't think so. And for $52 for a full size, this is a deluxe size, and $55 for a full size, is it worth the splurge? I don't think so. I honestly don't. So I hope I saved some of you guys some money. I know there's a sale going on at Sephora right now, so I'm going to get this video up to you guys today to hopefully save you guys some money and save you some time, you know, so hopefully you don't buy this and then you have to go return it because you don't like it. Anyways, or maybe you do like it. And if you do, I'd love to hear why you do like it. Tell me all about it. All right. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I'm not always this negative, I promise. So next time I upload a video, I'll pop up in your subscription feed, and you can check out some of the happier videos that I do make. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr. I'm especially active on Instagram. I do giveaways on my Instagram, so definitely check that out. Questions and comments, go ahead and leave them down below. I love it when you guys interact with me, and I really do want to hear your questions, comments, and opinions on these two items from YSL. I'm really dying to hear what you guys think. And that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.